important reminder. All information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.
And you really need to squeeze the tissues, learn different techniques from gua sha, learn different ideas that it's taken other people years and years just to go ahead and get to the 4th grade. I just look at myself as being like a 9th or 10th grader. I don't deal with 3rd graders. You guys are like 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, okay? We're all here to share, and I know that what I'm going to learn from you and you and you helps me because I only know what I know. Remember, the mind only knows what it knows, and this is what I've been doing for 20 years of my time. Just research. That's it. So it's anytime anybody can grow up in 5th and 6th and 7th and jump 3 or 4 grades in 3 months. Very simple. And then right away, then what happens is you become a teacher. You start sharing. You start now unraveling a lot of the system that, you know, as I was ignited by many, many, many people over time. Patients work you. You don't really learn anything. So I was glad that I got into my massive auto accident because it actually got me on the other side of the fence. If not, I'd be still doing what I'm doing, practicing the same foolish way that I was doing before because I didn't have time to see. All you know is what you know. You go to school all this time. You can't blame the doctors at all. They're too busy. They go to school. They get manipulated how to be drug pushers. Okay? And if they're actually anybody in shape, you say, okay, Mr. MD, Mr. DC, Mr. Acupuncture, doesn't matter. You call yourself a health practitioner? Then show me that you at least can take care of yourself. That's all. So most of the people, they don't like to hear that because, you know, we're all trying to learn stuff and there's no arrogance here. We're just trying to share some of these ideas that we put in here, change them and fill them into your system. You'll put in some of the system. That's what Earthshift's about. You share what you know, not what you think you know. What you know, you know. Everybody knows. Some people know about how to make free energy. Some people know how to make whatever such and such, you know, I mean, whatever everybody's learning. No one can really do this by themselves. It's actually, it's a community effort. So this is why we put together earthshiftproducts.com is the Wholesale Superfoods Club. And if you are a vegetarian, all I can say is you better eat sea vegetables with B vitamins in them. You better have blue-green algae because none of it has it. Everybody's B12 deficient. If you're B12 deficient, you're anemic. Not only are your tapeworms sucking blood out of you, remember, and they also poop inside you too. That's the big problem. They take your blood. Your blood's got to make all this extra blood because they're suckling it. And then they poop inside this machine. Then you have other critters inside that eat their poop. What do cockroaches eat? What do beetles eat? Okay? They're called shit eaters, shite eaters. Okay? This is what they do. They clean up. And so we have, what do you think yeast, mold, and fungus is? They're cleaners. So you don't want to kill any of these things. The only reason they're there is because we're polluted. And so once you see that, then all you do is you just sort of manipulate the terrain and it makes big sense. And anybody that's actually gone through this whole idea, it's refreshing. Because everything that you've done previously, which is actually try to fight something that's actually you inside, it's the wrong way. It's thou shalt not kill is in this Bible. The new way is thou shalt not kill anything. It's pretty simple. And if not, the law of the circle is very simple. What comes around goes around. Yes, it does. You kill unconsciously, You eat this piece of meat that was factory farmed, fed the lowest grade food there is, living in sub-level systems, and actually sacrificed very unhumanely. All you got to do is go to a farm. There was actually the other day I put on Facebook, these kids went to, I don't know if anybody saw it, they all went to a slaughterhouse. Anybody see that one? Yeah. And the kids were throwing up. Did you see that? Okay? They were all throwing up. Ah! Because they couldn't deal with the death. Oh, but you can eat it. Well, you only eat it because it's got teriyaki sauce, salt, and all the stuff that disguises it. Because you're not really eating the flesh. Those things are. And remember, what lives in the flesh will live also in you. You know that the pig is 85% human DNA? You get a pig valve, okay? Go get a heart. Where do you think you get it from? A horse? You get it from a pig. This is why the pig tapeworm, if you eat the pig, trichinosis, people's muscles are sore. You work on a lot of people, Glenn, wherever you went. And you too, Sylvia. Okay? Muscles are sore. In the beginning, they will be. After a while, they keep getting less and less, and you just have to keep on working it out. And you're breaking down these layers and layers and layers of crystals. So you can see if this was inside my leg, that would hurt. And so this is one of the reasons I use a spring and break my... And once I'm soft, I break up all these crystals. And I can slam that hard. It doesn't hurt anymore. Oh, it used to kill me. So once you break down, and this is just a soft spring inside, and I put a couple socks on it, and if it's actually too strong for you, put another sock. And you just do it lightly. And you can see how, you got crystals in there. And I'm not doing it hard. Okay? You can see on your leg here. And you just do this all over. But actually, once you do this for a little bit, it actually it breaks all that apart. Hey, you got one of these, Glenn, with the spring? You ever use one of these? You put a spring in a sock?
No, he uses a baseball bat.
he uses cleats, I know that. And, no, he's got a variety. What do you use?
Use rocks.
Yeah. And you can do this yourself, a lot of it, but there's nothing better than having somebody work on you. And how long do you work on me sometimes, really?
He could go marathon, 5 to 6 hours, no breaks. Wow. I used to be a professional dancer, so for me, it's therapy. Well, there's a whole other story to that, but walking on my toes, and I put point shoes on and try to kill them.
Yeah, she's not doing it with her hands. That's just a little bit. It's laying on the ground.
There's like a reason that you do it. You'll feel these little guys. You'll be right on top of them, ready to just get rid of that acid and move someplace else. So it becomes kind of like a little journey. Yeah.
And what happens? After a while, you don't get bruised anymore.
No, that was the strange thing about Robert is after a while, I mean, I would try, it became kind of like a quest for me to see how much he could actually take. And
I used to tick her off before she'd actually work on me, just to go ahead and say, is that all you got? Come on, man. So that's when you know you're actually getting down. Isn't it true? You can go deep once you break it down.
I want her business card.
It's hard. I can't find anybody to work on me.
Just logic. I would like your card before we leave tonight.
just give them all. Thank you.
Yeah, so if anybody here really wants to, because it takes, and you've got, really, you got way over 1,000 hours, okay? And we call this acid reduction massage. And you can start from the outside, and you just work your way in, ring by ring by ring. And you can do all different varieties. I like to go into a 7-stage infrared heater, and it softens you up really good first. I have a jacuzzi at home too. I put 300 pounds of the Himalayan salt in. And so I made a real mineral bath. We don't use chlorine. Nothing grows in this, please. If you have a pool or a jacuzzi, if you're going in with chlorine, and if anybody's using shower, how many people shower here? Everybody does. Who has a good zinc copper shower dechlorinator or a whole house system? This is what I found out the best. Instead of using these are great if you have apartments and whatever. I use the whole house system, and it's like just 300 bucks or so, and you can put these 2 big 20-inch canisters on your house, and it takes all the chlorine sediment, all the junk out of your whole place, and there's nothing better. So you have no idea how much you're getting poisoned every day just by taking a shower, just by taking a bath. Chlorine, look it up, is a severe poison. It's a severe poison. It clogs up your lymph glands. This poison, your body goes, whoa, and it tries to stop it, so it plugs everything up. So every shower we take a day is like an assault before you even get a chance to get out of the room. You sleep with a polyester pillow, sleeping on a mattress secreting formaldehyde, walking on your carpet, it's got benzene, all different types of, I mean, we live in a toxic world. So really, if you're not doing detoxification methods and learning some of this stuff, it's a wonder why you see everybody sick. And it's only because a lot of us haven't really figured out that our new life is living in a toxic world, and you have to combat that by taking things in stride and you're not getting overloaded. There's 100 things you need to change. There's actually like 500. But you just take off one at a time, and you just tick them off one at a time. Every month I tell people to spend half the money that you usually spend, half to the farmer's market, half over, you know, if you have $1,000, you take $500 of that, because you know the average household spends about $1,000 a month on all their junk. $500 they go ahead and take out. $500 you still go buy the stuff at the stores you can't go ahead and get some places. 25% of the $500 goes towards a lot of things that we don't sell. And we sell quite a bit of stuff. And remember, everything we sell, 2-ounce to 30-pound sizes, which is illegal in our business. You go to any real store, they don't sell anything more than a pound. I want you to come back next week. That's just the way the system's made. It's business. So remember, we're not here to bang on anybody. I'm just looking for other good players. See, once you use this stuff, like you buy 5 pounds of this, it's like 20 bucks. Not even that. I think it's $18 or something ridiculous. Okay? You can go to Whole Foods, and this is stone ground. You can go to Whole Foods and get 1 pound for 20 bucks. And you know, you're just really trying to step up to another level of being. And the credo, remember, of Earthshift is optimize your health and well-being. And use the people that are local around you to help you. That's what they do. And if not, then good luck. Good luck on trying to figure it out. All I know is I've spent personally, really, how much money have you spent? All your money you spend every month. Your wife complains, I'm sure, daily on how much money you spend on research. I spent personally over $1 million playing around, researching. Those alkaline water machines, I've bought probably about 20 of them. And I'm not saying they're not good, they are excellent. They're excellent for drinking hydrogen. Oh my gosh. If you get the right one, and you make it really super strong, and you drink it right there, tap ready, you're drinking the hydrogen bubbles, and that's the Japanese research that helps you with regeneration. It's not just drinking alkaline water. Well, we can make that with drops. Very simple. I don't need to buy a machine. But what I really just try to have people do is upgrade themselves whatever way you can. Remember, this whole system doesn't cost any more money. All you're going to do is just push it around. Well,